He failed again. Another rejection letter. Another closed door. Friends laughed. Family doubted. The world moved on. But he didn't. Because deep down, he knew something they didn't. That failure wasn't the end. It was the beginning of greatness. He wasn't born rich. No connections, no investors, no safety net. Just dreams so big, they scared him. The kind of dreams that make people laugh when you speak them out loud. But every morning, he woke up, tired, broke, but relentless. Because he believed that the man who keeps moving forward after failure eventually wins. After years of trying, he had nothing left. The 100th attempt had failed. He was broken, mentally, physically, emotionally. Most people would have quit, but he remembered this. And in that darkness, he made a decision. To stop chasing quick success and start becoming the man worthy of it. He changed everything, his habits, his focus, his circle. He stopped looking for motivation and started building discipline. He studied every failure, learned every lesson, and used pain as his teacher. Because when you stop running from failure and start learning from it, you become unstoppable. For months, the world outside kept spinning, but inside his four walls, time was a flat circle. The calendar pages turned, but the results stayed the same. This is the grind. It's the part they don't show in the highlight reels. It's the unglamorous, repetitive, and often lonely pursuit of a goal that feels impossibly distant. There was no big break, no recognition, no sudden phone call, no congratulatory email, no viral moment. The universe wasn't sending signals. Friends and family, with the best intentions, would ask, "How's it going?" And he'd offer a thin smile and a vague, "Making progress." But inside, a voice would whisper, "This is the crucible of commitment, where your resolve is tested not by a single massive obstacle, but by the crushing weight of 1,000 silent days." You question your talent, your idea, your sanity. You see others celebrating their wins, and you wonder if you're just wasting your life on a fantasy. But he didn't stop. He showed up, every single day. He treated every failure not as a verdict, but as a piece of information. A rejection email wasn't a no, it was data on his pitch. A bug in the code wasn't a setback, it was data on his logic. A flawed prototype wasn't a waste, it was data on his design. He was no longer just working, he was learning, refining, iterating. He understood a fundamental truth. Failure is data, discipline is the algorithm. Because true, sustainable success is never an explosion. It's a germination. It's like a seed. It grows underground before it ever shows above the surface. To the outside observer, nothing is happening. But beneath the surface, it is weaving a complex and powerful network of roots, establishing a foundation so strong that when it finally breaks through, its growth is unstoppable. He was building his root system. Every book he read, every late night he worked, every small adjustment he made, each was another root, pushing deeper into the darkness, searching for purchase, preparing for the day it would be called upon to support the structure above. And then, after an eternity of silence, a sound. Not a bang, but a whisper. A single positive reply in a sea of automated rejections. A tiny, almost imperceptible uptick on an analytics dashboard that had been flat for a year. It wasn't the breakthrough, but it was the of one. It was the first drop of rain after a long drought, a signal that the roots had finally found water. He ran the test again, the same process he had refined over 100 iterations, the same system that had thrown back error after error. But this time, drawing on the lessons from every single failure, something was different. The sequence completed. The light turned green. The workflow ran smoothly from end to end. The idea that failed 100 times finally worked once, and once was all it took. In that moment, the weight of the past months didn't just disappear. It was transformed. That one success paid back every failure with interest, every frustrating dead end, every moment of doubt, every sacrifice. It was all retroactively converted into fuel. It was the price of admission. The relief that washed over him wasn't just happiness. It was a profound sense of vindication. The quiet confidence that comes only from knowing you stared into the abyss of quitting and chose to take one more step. That's the thing about success. It doesn't arrive on your schedule. It isn't delivered on a silver platter because you wished for it. It shows up quietly and without fanfare on the day your foundation is finally strong enough to hold it. It doesn't come when you want it. It comes when you've earned it. Within a year, he built something unstoppable. From a broke dreamer to a millionaire entrepreneur. From rejected to respected. But he never forgot the truth. He faced his pain and turned it into his power. If you're watching this and you failed, good. It means you had the courage to trade comfort for calling. You chose the arena over the audience, the storm over the harbor. So many people live their entire lives on the sidelines, terrified of a single misstep. And in doing so, they miss the entire dance. But not you. You stepped onto the field. You took the shot. And if you missed, it only proves one thing. You're doing something right. Because failure means you're trying. It means you're still in the game. This isn't the game the world sells you, the one with a finite number of winners and losers. This is the infinite game, played against the only opponent that truly matters, the person you were yesterday. Every setback, every rejection, every time you got knocked down and the world held its breath, waiting for you to stay down, that was just a test, a data point, a lesson whispered only to those who are listening. The world respects results, but the universe respects resilience. It's not about avoiding the hits. It's about learning how to get back up, stronger and smarter than before. We're fed a lie. A highlight reel of overnight successes and flawless victories. But that's not the truth of the journey. The truth is messy. It's 100 drafts thrown away for the one page that sings. It's years of silence and doubt before a single moment of applause. You don't need to win 100 times. You don't need a perfect record. You only need to win once, just one time. One yes that erases 1,000 no's. One breakthrough that makes all the breakdowns worthwhile. One moment of flight that justifies a lifetime of building wings in the dark. That single victory is a key. It doesn't just open a door. It unlocks a completely different reality. It validates every sacrifice, every late night, every drop of sweat. And that one victory can rewrite your story, your legacy, your entire life. Suddenly, your scars become a map for others to follow. Your failures become the chapters of a lesson in perseverance. The story is no longer just about you. It's about the people you inspire, the community you lift, the change you create. It's about turning your personal triumph into a source of light for those still finding their way. That is the true meaning of winning. It's not about reaching the summit. It's about building a ladder for others to climb with you. The world doesn't need another perfect story. It needs your story, with all its beautiful, messy, triumphant struggle. So stay in the game. Endure the losses. Your one win is closer than you think, and it will change everything. Every successful person you admire failed, more than you could imagine. We see the victory lap, but not the graveyard of abandoned drafts, the chorus of rejection emails, or the silent hours staring at a broken prototype. We don't see the nights they questioned everything, wondering if they were fools for trying. The path to greatness is paved with the rubble of 1,000 failures. Every icon has a story of defeat that would make most people quit. They felt the sting of being misunderstood and the cold weight of their own ambition. But they kept going. That is the secret. It's not a magical burst of motivation. It's a gritty, unglamorous decision made when no one is watching. It's the choice to see every no not as a verdict, but as data. It's the discipline to show up when the feeling isn't there. Motivation is a fleeting spark. Discipline is the engine you build day by day that carries you when inspiration runs dry. Remember this. Failure is data. Discipline is the algorithm. So don't you dare quit now. I'm talking to you. The one who's tired, who feels invisible, who has poured your soul into something with nothing to show for it yet. Don't let that fire be extinguished by temporary defeat. To quit now would be a betrayal of every late night, every sacrifice, and every lesson learned. It would be a betrayal of the person you are fighting to become, the one waiting on the other side of this wall, begging you to keep pushing. Remember, you are one more try away from your breakthrough. It feels distant, but you are that miner swinging for months, unaware the next strike reveals the diamond vein. You are that runner, legs screaming, about to round the final corner. Your breakthrough isn't a lottery ticket. It's a tipping point. It's the culmination of every single one more try, when all those small efforts compound into an unstoppable force. Because small wins, stacked daily, become inevitability. And when that breakthrough comes, it won't just be for you. By refusing to quit, you become proof. You become a story. You become the light that shows someone else the way through their own darkness. You don't just achieve success. You earn respect. You become undeniable. Earn respect by becoming undeniable. This is the message we are committed to sharing. That's why I need your support, family. If this video inspired you, if it resonated with the part of you that refuses to give up, then join us. Hit that subscribe button right now. Your subscription isn't just a number. It's a statement that you believe in this journey. It says you are part of a community that chooses resilience over regret. Your support keeps this message alive for others on the brink. Together, we rise.